Alright, so I've got actually a couple things to unbox today. Nothing too exciting. I hope to kind of, I get stuff in all the time because I order stuff, whether it be on eBay or once a month I get my retro game treasure. But I figured, hey, instead of opening that stuff and opening it as soon as I get home, let's open it together on Friday after I do whatever. So this has been kind of sitting and waiting. It's just it's the Young Link amiibo for Smash. For Smash Bros. I'm a huge fan of the amiibo. Now, I know it's kind of sacrilege. I open all this stuff. I hate the idea of leaving these things sealed. I want to open them and use them. I want to open them because I think they look better loose. And I just don't... have you seen Toy Story? That's an awful existence, right? To live sealed in your box for forever. So I like to open this stuff. I know a lot of people think that's crazy, but you know what? This is my collection. I'm going to collect it the way I want to. But this amiibo, you know what? That first wave of amiibo was really rough, and didn't look great. But some of these newer ones are pretty solid. This one looks really good. I like kind of the molding on the Deku shield. It just looks fantastic, I think. It looks honestly fantastic. But that's going to make a nice place on my shelf. If you can actually see, let's see if I can get a good picture of it. Up here, I have a whole bunch of stuff. I got some Lego Creator Extra houses, and I've also got a whole bunch of amiibo and a whole bunch of like other collectibles and some other Legos there. I have too much stuff. My wife tells me all the time I have to have too much stuff. And then the other one I have is Ken, the Ken amiibo for Smash Bros. I did manage to get an order in for... I ordered Squirtle, the Link's Awakening amiibo, which is really cool because it's got that toy style, that like plasticky toy style. And I also ordered Pokemon Trainer. What was the other one? I'm not sure what the other one was, but I've given up. I'm not gonna collect all of the Smash Bros. All of the amiibo, but if I see an amiibo that I think is pretty cool, I'll get it. And the molding on him is awesome. It's just cool having these figures. They look nice. They're well painted. They're well sculpted, and they actually have use to them. Not as much use as I think a lot of people would hope they would, but enough for me. It is what it is. But I've also got these blind boxes to open. So that's kind of what the box looks like, right? And I, of course, never moved the camera over to blow it up, which is just, typical me. So now that the camera is larger, we'll take a look at, the Ken amiibo right here. Pretty nice looking, and then we'll look at the Young Link amiibo. Right there. Right there. He looks pretty nice. I'm a fan of him. I know a lot of people don't like him. I like him. But like I said, here's the box for these. They look really nice. They're 66 millimeters, so they are small figures. They're not very large. But heck, and here's their kind of collection of the ones that you can get. I'm not sure if you're limited to just those. If not, I'm definitely going to get some duplicates in this set of 10 here. But, it's not the worst. They are a little pricey for how many you get and what they are, but they're really nicely done. So let's just pop this open and see what we get. So interesting. It's kind of using the box as the instructions. I have never seen that before. I gotta pop it open so that you can even see it. But it's using the box itself as like the instructions for the figure. And it's not really like, instructions like for Lego. But, still pretty cool. So I'll show you what I mean. It's all printed on the inside of the box. But, that's neither here nor there. Let's see what we got. So this is Vile, I think. Pretty sure it's Vile. But it's actually... This is a really nice figure. You get I don't know if you ever have collected Figmas, you kind of get a similar setup here where you have not just like the figure, but a couple options to pose him with, if that makes any sense. So let me get him out of the box here. This is how they come. It comes kind of in this plastic, but you can see how small it is. But the figure is really nicely articulated. It's one of those things where, yeah, it's a little pricey, but for a well-done figure, I'll live with it, you know? I'll accept that. Oh, nice snap on the joints, too. So, oh my goodness. So, this is surprisingly, like, well articulated. Like, because not only, I'll see if I can get this on camera. Not only do I have motion on his little shoulder cannon, on his shoulder pad, I have shoulder on the arm and elbow, right? And I got knee, hip, and ankle. I mean, that's really nice articulation for a figure this small. There's some defects in the paint, but not a terrible amount. And for something this small, you're not going to be looking at that closely. It's even got chest articulation, which is something you don't see, like you only see in some of the really nice figures. But yeah, it's got full-on chest articulation, right? That's pretty nice. That's really nice. Alright, so as you can see, the head doesn't come attached. It kind of came in its own separate thing. So we'll pop that on there. A nice pop. That's not going to come off too easy. And then we've got a couple other little things that he goes with. So we've got like a belt here for his little shoulder cannon. You know, I mean, this is really tiny stuff. But we'll get this plugged in. The belt kind of connects from his backpack into his arm cannon thing. So let me just get this in here. Am I satisfied with that? Yeah. Get that in there, and then we're gonna pop that in. And you know, that could be better. That doesn't really want to fit in there, right? It's really loose, and I'm kind of afraid to push on it too hard. That's not terrible. Here, actually, I'm gonna tilt this camera down. You don't need to see me. You can just see my hands. But as you can see, like, I'm trying to get this into here, and it doesn't quite want to go in. It just isn't a great fit in there. Kind of loose. It could be better, but hey, I mean, this is definitely not like a action figure you play with, right? This is something that you kind of pose once and stick on your shelf, and then that's where it lives for its entire life, you know? Goodness, I'm having some trouble. Alright, that's a little better. Alright, so I'm just gonna, that's kind of where it's gonna be. You know, that could be a little bit better. I'm a little disappointed in how that connects, but that is what it is. But so far, you can kind of see he's got his thing on there. And then we've got two different hand choices. Now, I'm kind of confused. That's bizarre. Okay. So, in his hand collection, right? He's got his hands kind of, that come in this, like, you know, in the little sprocket thing. But it's got a glass. Like a glass for him to hold. And then two hands to hold a glass with. So, I guess I don't know Mega Man 2 as well as I thought I did. But I can't think of a time when someone would be holding a glass. But, you know, that is what it is. So we'll pop this hand off. And we'll see if we can see how this fits in here. Alright, that's not bad. That's a good fit. I like that fit. And we'll grab one of the open hands for the other side. This one. This one. Come on. Come on. So it looks like this is going to hold hold a glass. The glass that this comes with. I would assume it would. I mean, what else would they use that kind of hand for? But, you know, that is what it is. That's neither here nor there. We'll see if we can get this to kind of stick in his hand. If not, I'm not sure what it's for. It's like a glass of like liquid of some sort. Not sure, but it does kind of just pop right in there. You know, it's not like secured by anything, but there's tension that kind of holds it in. So as you can see, you know, you've got this guy, he's holding the glass, he's got an arm cannon. You know, whatever. But yeah, so now we've got him. We'll set him up here. No, actually, we'll set him up here so that you can kind of see him. But these guys are actually gonna go great right here on my desk, and I should hopefully have enough to take some into work with me to put on my desk at work. So we've got that. We'll leave this box kind of here for the instructions, so I don't have to deal with some of the other boxes and opening them up. Yeah. All right, let's pop this one. Let's see what we get. All right, so this is X. Yeah, this is X. So cool. This is I don't think it's limited to Mega Man 2. I think it's limited to it's Mega Man Series 2. So this is where he comes in. I'll pop him open and check him out. We've got a Buster Cannon. We've got his head. We've got a selection of arms and hands to use. And so his big thing is that he comes with another arm to make it so that... Oops, I knocked over Vile. We'll get him. We'll get him. Back up. You know, and they're so small that they're light. They're kind of super easy to pose and kind of stand upright. But yeah, so here's the body. It looks pretty good. The paint is still a little crappy, but the articulation more than makes up for that in my mind. This is kind of crazy how articulated this figure is for its size, you know? That's kind of crazy. So his arm comes off there. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but okay. Does his arm come off? Alright, so the Buster arm does come off. So if you want to put, say, and that's what this other thing is. This thing is an arm so that you could put a hand on that potentially. But this is Mega Man. Why would we want to take his Buster Cannon away? I'm not sure. The head looks really good. See if we can see that. The head looks really good. We'll get that on there, and we'll just grab a fist to have him kind of have by his side. Make sure I grab the right one. Pop that free, and we'll put this to the side. And then bam. So I mean, the one downside is it's already hard enough to keep track of your like parts or your Figmas and stuff like that. But this stuff is tiny. And you're gonna lose it pretty easy. Especially some of this stuff that's like, you know, way out there. But here he is, kind of completed and put together. You know, I actually think that he's not as nice as Vile. Vile's got a little bit more detail on him with the shoulder pads and stuff and the gold paint around the trim. And I get it. That's not what Mega Man looks like. But they could have done something, right? So we'll put that there. Let's just pop this next one open and see what we get. Is it a repeat? Yeah, it's Vile again. So we'll put this back in here, and I'll probably take this into work with me to put on my desk at work. Next. Okay. Oh, cool. So this is Super Mega Man. With Rockbuster. Oh no, it's Cutman! Hey! Cool. So, Cutman comes in a bag like this. Actually, this is super cool. I like this figure a lot. I'm thinking that because this is a retail display box, you'll probably get 2 of everything. That's my thinking, at least. I'm thinking I'll probably end up with 2 of everything, which is perfect because, you know, I'd love to have 2 sets to have one at my desk at work. But yeah, so this is Cutman. The body, you know what? So I think that this is one of the benefits that this Cutman figure has over X or Vile, because it's 2 colors. That paint application. Let me see if I can get this light less glary. That paint application is a lot more even. It looks a lot better than the other 2. And not to say the other 2 are messed up. They have the benefit. All of these figures have the benefit of being kind of on the small side. So you're not gonna see it. It's not gonna bother you as much. And honestly, I mean, to be honest, if I had to have a trade-off of superposable minifigure or better paint application, like perfect paint application, I think I'd probably choose some of these features that they have. They're like little mini Figmas, which is cool. You know, I appreciate that. But anyway, we'll get his head on here. Okay, his head's a little bit bigger, and you know what? I have to give him credit. So these blades are like that soft plastic that deforms kind of easy. They came out of this bag and this box not like perfectly straight. There is no curve on them. Maybe a tiny bit, but not much. And that's pretty crazy on a figure like this. Usually you see those things get all sorts of bent out of shape and all that stuff. But this one, it looks pretty good. Alright, so we're going to grab... So he's got a couple things. How's he posed on the box? Nothing too special. Alright, we're going to put this hand on him. And his thumb. And this hand. This fist. Yeah. So, I think this is my favorite one so far. He just looks really nice. The sculpting is good. The paint, even on the head, where it's a little bit more difficult, is good. And you know, his joints are a little bit looser, so that could be a problem posing him. But hey, is what it is. But yeah, and he comes with a little mini, you know, guy. It's kind of hard to see because he's transparent. But yeah, there you go. There's a good shot. But yeah, one of these little guys. Put that down right there. Cool. Let's open the next one. Let's see if we can get a different one. So there's 2 more left in this series we haven't gotten. I'm sure they're here in the set somewhere. Right, this is Cutman again, and I'm looking especially at his like little blades, and you know what? They're still pretty straight in this bag. So I didn't like get lucky with that first one and have that kind of turn out okay. But we're gonna go ahead and open this next one. All right, this is Super Mega Man. So he comes actually kind of frustratingly at that with less features, with less like accessories than the other ones. He's only got 2 optional hands, the head, and what do they call it? The Rocket Buster effect. And that's kind of disappointing. All these other ones come with like a bunch of extra stuff, you know, so you can really pose them however way you want. But we'll check him out. We'll check him out. Let's see how he looks. Let's get all his stuff out of here. I apologize for the background music. I know it's a little unorthodox to have like something like the end credits screen of Mario RPG playing over something like this. But hey, well, I'm not going to complain. It's nice background music. Okay, so how interesting. That kind of Surprised that they didn't have this as a separate piece. I think that might break off if they do it like that. But okay. You've got the same amount of articulation. He looks nice. The paint job's pretty good. Let's get a look at that body. It looks pretty good. It's Super Mega Man. His head looks good. Pop that on here. Bam. And we've got a couple options for arms. What the heck? Let me look at his instructions. No, cut man. Don't get caught up in my headphone cable. I'd like you to not cut it up for me. Okay, so you can put the cut man, you can put the rocket buster, switch out one of his arms, but which one? It doesn't, oh, you switch it out all the way up there. Huh. Okay, so that comes off. That? What the heck? This looks kind of weird. Alright, well, we'll do that, I guess. Let me actually update the stream here. Alright. So, this is the weirdest one, I think. I'm not sure if I like this. It's just really bizarre. Well, it's because on first of all, not only does it not come... Man, I don't know. This one's kind of a letdown. And the face is really weird too. I just now like really looked at it. Yikes. Okay, well, it is what it is. This is probably my least favorite from the set. I'll give you a good look at it as soon as I get this fist on there. Alright, let me... This is just weird, man. Oh my goodness, this is so bizarre. So he's like... Alright, this is exactly what I said to do. Doesn't help. Okay, so this is what he looks like. Okay, and that is his arm. Like, I don't... He's not terrible, right? He's not bad, but, like, so many of the other figures are more... I don't know. They're more interesting. They come with more stuff. That one, like, I feel like you're kind of shafted a little bit. You don't quite get, you know, what you think you're getting. Alright, next one. We are still missing this Mega Man from Mega Man Star Force. Now, I'm kind of looking forward to him. He looks pretty cool. So that's another X. There should be 2 of these Star Forces in here. So here's one. I'll put this over here. So he comes... And you know what? He's kind of lacking in the stuff too. What the heck? All right. So he's kind of lacking. Let's get all his stuff out of here, out of this bag, and we'll take a closer look at it. He kind of comes with a sword. Again, I have to give this sword the same credit I gave the top of Cutman, and you'll see it in a second. It's made out of similar material to Cutman, like that soft plastic, and it came out straight. It's not bent or anything. I don't have to spend time bending it back into shape, which is something I almost expect with that kind of plastic and something like this. But I gotta appreciate it when I don't have to worry about that, right? So that's nice. His leg just flew off. Oh, that's not a great sign. Let me grab him off the floor. Where'd he go? There he is. Oh, Super Mega Man, don't fall over. Okay. Oh, goodness. So that just pops back in. That's not terrible. I like the legs. I like the sculpt on the legs. That looks nice. And the ankles, they're not as mobile as the other ones, but that's fine. They don't have like the regular Mega Man shoes going on, right? So they're not as stylized. This is much more like human, if that makes any sense. But this is what he comes with by default, the body. With this like lion blaster thing. And the head looks really nice too. It's got kind of the hair. That looks really nice. We'll pop that on there. So this guy, it comes with fists for one hand, which is fine. Because I actually, you know what, and this one, I don't mind that it comes with less, hands than the other ones, right? Because, and I'll show you in a second, as soon as I get this hand in here, it also comes with a freaking sword. So this comes off, the little lion blaster thing comes off, and you get this little energy sword thing, and that is so cool. I really appreciate that. You know, it's just, this one looks really nice, and I don't really mind that it's kind of like missing out. Now, the body sculpt on this is not as nice. I just don't like, I like that he comes with the sword. That kind of makes up for it. But the body sculpt is not as nice. I like the stylized design of like these original Mega Man things. Because if you stand them next to each other, the proportions are all off. That doesn't quite work. And I'll show you it next to like X, who definitely has a more like skinny stylized design. I don't know. I guess I'm partial to like the original Mega Man design, right? But this is all 5 that are supposed to be in the set. Now, obviously, there could be a bonus one that's not shown in the box. I'll just real quick run through and open these. Here's another Star Force, or whatever one. Star Force? Yeah, Star Force. And then this one, I think is probably going to be Super Mega Man. Yeah, and here's another Super Mega Man. So yeah, so in this box, there's only 5 in the series. However, they are really well kind of sculpted. They're well articulated. They're small figures. I mean, they're not very large. Here's a DS cart for scale. About twice the size of a DS cart. But they're very well articulated. And they look really nice. The painting's nice. The only 2 I'm not the biggest fans of are the Super Mega Man and the Mega Man Star Force. However, you know, that is what it is. 3 out of 5 of the series, in a series that are really good, especially Cutman. This Cutman and the X are really nice. Not sure why Vile comes with a cup, but hey, that is what it is. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you're new to the stream, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, starting usually around 9. I go to usually 11:30. It's not super long. However, sometimes my wife's out of town, and I stream also Tuesdays and Thursdays. So the best way to know when I'm going live is just to follow me here on Twitch, twitch.tv/superfly310. You can also follow me over on Twitter at superfly310. And if you miss a stream and you really want to watch it, all of my streams are archived over at my YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/superfly3100, with the extra 0 there on the end of the username. Like I said, Monday we start Link's Awakening DX. We're gonna be playing that through a Game Boy player on the GameCube into the stream. It's gonna be a blast. I think I'm actually gonna use an original Game Boy Advance. Fingers crossed that this works out. An original Game Boy Advance hooked up by a link cable as the controller. So that's kind of exciting. You know, you get the nice experience, right? So anyway, I hope you all have a good night. I will see you all later. And I will, like I said, hope you have a good night. Talk to you later. Bye.